At Illinois, we care.
We care about supporting survivors.
We care about sexual assault prevention because it's not just a women's issue. It's an everyone's issue.
At Illinois,
we care about creating a safe environment and putting an end to sexual assault.
At Illinois, we care about putting an end to victim blaming.
The fact that consent is a clearly communicated yes and not the absence of a no.
we care about having a safe campus community and not just standing by.
We care about creating a safe environment for sexual assault survivors.
At Illinois, we care about supporting survivors in the best way possible by providing confidential resources and educating students on how to respond to survivors.
At Illinois, we believe you.
FICARE is it stands for First Year Campus Acquaintance Rape Education, and it is an interactive discussion for first year students, both freshmen and transfer, to discuss some really important topics surrounding sexual assault, consent, coercion, how to respond in a supportive way to survivors, and how to prevent sexual assault. It's a peer-led workshop, so students get together with other university students who are trained on the topic to discuss these sensitive issues.
My name is Cassie Carter. I'm a senior and I am a FICARE facilitator. I chose to become a FICARE facilitator because one of my friends was sexually assaulted, and at the time when it happened and when she came to me about it, I had no idea what to say or what to do. And then I ended up taking my FICARE workshop freshman year, and I was sitting there thinking, as the other facilitators were talking, I was sitting there thinking, she needs to hear all of this. When I came back from my workshop a couple of days later, I went to talk to her, and I was telling her everything that I learned in the workshop. And everything that I told her, it really, really helped her heal. And then I thought, if I can change one person from one workshop so much, what would happen if I joined the fight against sexual assault? So fast forward a couple of years later, becoming a FICARE facilitator was probably the best decision of my entire life.
Hi, my name is Valeria Rios, and I'm a senior here at the university, and I'm a FICARE facilitator. I became a FICARE facilitator because I'm a survivor. Being a part of the FICARE program was a way for me to empower myself and be a part of something that was bigger than me and something that was helping other survivors, helping supporters, and helping people just talk about this very important topic. It's something that people don't really feel very comfortable talking about. Sometimes I just feel like they're just afraid of the word rape, and it is something that happens, and if we don't talk about it, it's not going to end. It's something that's going to keep happening, and as much as we want to believe that this isn't something that happens, it does, and especially here, it happens here at the university. So it's important to have programs like FICARE to make sure that we're talking about these things.
Hi, my name is Danny Lee. I'm a senior in the School of Social Work, and I am a FICARE facilitator. I'm a FICARE facilitator because FICARE to me means more than just educating students on how to be safe. FICARE is a means to remind our campus community that we need to be proactive as opposed to reactive. And what I mean by that is that aside from just focusing on how to support survivors in the aftermath, we need to work on prevention so that ideally FICARE would cease to exist.
Hi, I'm Daniel Zoki. I'm currently a junior and I'm a FICARE facilitator. I became a FICARE facilitator my sophomore year after I had a friend who was sexually assaulted my freshman year. So I ended up needing the information that I learned in FICARE to help support that friend. I thought I'd like to become a facilitator too.
My name is Amy Schneider. I'm a junior and I'm a FICARE facilitator. I'm a FICARE facilitator because I think that it is so important to really educate others on this issue. It is so prevalent, not only among this campus or campuses in general, but it's an issue everywhere, all over the world, that just really needs to be addressed. Sexual violence is preventable, and I really think that education is the start of preventing any type of sexual violence.
My name is Amy Baumeister. I'm a junior at Illinois, and I'm a FICARE facilitator. I'm a FICARE facilitator because I came into college knowing someone who was sexually assaulted, And that was not only hard for them, but hard for me. I didn't know how to support them or what to do, how to help in any way. I went to PhyCare as a freshman and I just really enjoyed what we talked about. I loved learning about it, and so I tried to find a way that I could get more involved. And then I took the care class and fell in love with Molly and everyone involved, and I knew that this was something I had to be a part of here.
Hi, I'm Rachel Christie. I'm a sophomore and I'm a PhyCare facilitator. Honestly, my freshman year, when I heard about PhyCare, a part of me was excited because I've been a feminist for several years and I was really interested to learn about the issues they'd be discussing. However, I knew that it was kind of like taking up a chunk of my time at night, so I was kind of on the fence when I went there, but then when I went, I just learned so many things, and I realized that the ways that I had supported survivors in my high school career wasn't exactly the best way, so I really just wanted to learn more about how I could support survivors in my life.
Hi, my name is Tira Sandstrom. I'm a junior and I'm a PhyCare facilitator. I'm a PhyCare facilitator actually by chance. I was signed up for the class when I was, an incoming freshman, and then I took the class and learned about all of the isms and the implications that sexual assault has on our campus in specific and in our whole society, and I realized that it's a really important topic to educate about, and I kind of had this glimpse of hope that sexual assault could be ended through education.
Hello, my name is Jocelyn Wysocki, and I'm a senior PhyCare facilitator. I've definitely had some, friends with personal experiences regarding sexual assault, and I never really realized how prevalent it was on campus, especially until, they came to me and were looking for help, and I had no idea what to do or to say. So I really think that it's important for everyone to know the prevalence of the issue and to help support survivors and, make a societal change if they feel so inclined.
We live in a culture that is very victim blaming. They really just want to believe that it was something that the victim did, it's something that they could have prevented, that somehow it was their fault, when in reality we should be putting the blame on the perpetrators. This is a crime of power and control, and this power and control is being taken from this person, and I think that's kind of one of the main things that we need to focus on. One of the most sort of important things that I believe that to take from that workshop is just the phrase, like, I believe you and it's not your fault. And whenever we're going through those scenarios, we always make sure that everybody always hits on that, because I think it's one of the most important and sort of empowering things to tell not only a survivor, but to make sure that those supporters or future supporters of someone who might be in a situation like that know that that's so important to say, because a lot of times that's something that the survivor doesn't believe, or they don't feel like their experience is being validated.
People don't think it can happen to them. People think that if they wear the right clothes, if they don't drink, if they do the right things, then they're not going to be sexually assaulted, or someone they love won't be sexually assaulted. And unfortunately, that's not true. We don't live in a society that makes it that way. So I think it's important that we all understand what's happening on our campus and campuses across the nation, so that we can do something about it and we can know what to do if it happens. Because even though it's traumatic, it's not the end of the world or the end of a person's life, and healing does happen. We just have to know how to get there.
I think there are many misconceptions, and people just don't really understand, the prevalence of sexual assault, especially on college campuses. So the statistics say 1 in 5 women and 1 in 16 men will experience actual or attempted sexual assault during their undergraduate for college years. The statistics are mind-blowing, and so I think it's just really important for people to realize how prevalent it is, so that they can, work to make a change for the safety of everyone.
So it's kind of outside the PhyCare class, but a couple of years ago, I had a workshop where this girl, I've never talked to her before. I've never seen her on campus or whatnot. A couple of weeks later, after the workshop that I facilitated for her, she found me on the quad, and she came up to me and she's like, "Hey, you were one of my PhyCare facilitators." And I was like, "Yeah, hi, how are you?" And whatnot. And then she's like, "Can I tell you something?" And then of course I said, "Yeah, absolutely." And then she's like, "I was sexually assaulted a couple of years ago and nobody ever told me it wasn't my fault." And then coming to that workshop and hearing you guys say that it wasn't my fault, that you believe me, that was the first time I've ever heard something like that. seeing how much that workshop impacted this one girl, it really made me feel good and made me feel so much better about what I've been doing. And it was just an overall really good feeling that I could help somebody with one workshop.
So there was one class, when I went through, I was a wallflower. I was shy. I didn't, say a word, but I really took the information to heart. And there was one class where there was this one girl who just answered all the questions, was so on top of it, and she ended up becoming a facilitator. So that was really special for me, just to kind of see her go through the process and go through the program and the education and everything. And yeah, it was really inspiring. It was great to see.
Yeah, there was one workshop I was doing in particular. There's one section where we break up into 3 groups and we discuss the effects a survivor of sexual assault may experience. And there was one participant who was very comfortable speaking with us. He talked about one of his friends who was a survivor and all the social effects she experienced, which was just a lot of rumors, a lot of people who weren't believing her, just a lot of really negative effects that she experienced. And then I got the chance to speak to him after the workshop, and he talked about all the things he learned. And I just feel like that's really what FICARE is about. Like, we're showing these people like how they can support the people in their lives and how they can just be there for people. And I could tell that he had really gotten something out of the workshop, and it was really rewarding for me knowing that I had helped him with something going on in his life.